Death, taxes, Nebraska volleyball making a run in late December. Hello everyone, my name is Andy Klassen, joined again by our Husker insider Jake Bartekian. There it is, Nebraska back-to-back Final Fours. You got to feel pretty good about the program.
Great spot, right? I mean, you feel the sting every now and then from last year, but I think this is, it seems like the year, right?
Yeah.
Nebraska's freshmen have another year in the books. They've got another year under their belt, and you've got the seniors who have kind of led this program. Lexi Rodriguez, an ACA National Player of the Year finalist, has been outstanding this season. The improvements made by Harper Murray, Olivia Malk throughout the season at the service line. It feels like this is a team of destiny, and we'll see if they can get it done. And
a real fun blend, too, of you mentioned the underclassmen, but this is a great group of seniors. Merritt Beeson, who maybe didn't have her best stuff the last couple of games, but she was pivotal in that sweep of Wisconsin. Harper Murray, wow. I mean, she got MVP of the regionals, and I felt she deserved it. Lexi Rodriguez, four-time All Big Ten player. She's a front runner for National Player of the Year, and man, did she have the highlights on ABC national broadcast, huge ratings.
Yeah, she's been outstanding, and she's not only has she been outstanding, but she's been a leader for those younger girls. Olivia Malk talked about it. She grew up watching her, and a lot of these other girls did the same thing. So I think she's been everything John Cook could have asked for in a player for the Husker volleyball program. Leader, contributor, and now she's got a chance to win a national championship.
You were at the games. I was watching the broadcast at home and just loved what ABC did, and seeing that type of limelight showed towards women athletics in general.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious how during the break, Landfill was having a great game, the transfer from Minnesota. And the reporter asked John Cook, well, she's having such a great start. She's playing so much better in, mid-season. What's gotten into her? And John Cook just candidly said, she just needs to keep taking those big swings and converting because that's what she's paid to do. And he kind of laughed, but that's the world we live in. He's being pretty honest there.
It is the world we live in, and Taylor Landfair has been awesome. NIL, if that's what got her here, I'm sure Nebraska fans will take it, right? I can't say enough about how much she's improved and how much she's become a part of the regular rotation. She's really kind of taken the spot of Lindsey Krause. Again, she is an example of how Nebraska has not a single player on that roster that would not or could not impact the game in some way. Even the players who don't get in every game, the Layla Blackwells, the Lindsey Krauses, the Macy Bosigers. I still think on most teams, you're seeing it right now with Caroline Juravicius at Penn State, who didn't play for Nebraska last year. She's one of their best players. I think that Landfair is an example that every single player on that team this year could impact the game in the right way.
Yeah, it was really fun to listen to her post-game interview, too. She was all smiles and mentioned how she's just having fun again. And what a balance that is to have those elite players, but also get them enough playing time, enough touches, enough swings to where everyone's a contributor and still having a good time. You mentioned Juravicius and the Penn State Nittany Lions. That's who Nebraska's going to square off with in the opening round of the Final Four in Louisville. Last time we played Penn State, we lost a grinder of a match, 5 sets, but that was in Happy Valley. This will be at a neutral court.
Yeah, KFC Yum Center in Louisville. Look, Penn State got pushed to the brink by Creighton, and I think Creighton and Penn State are equally as talented. Nebraska took Creighton to 5 sets as well and knocked them off, staved off a reverse sweep. I'm expecting at least 4 sets, one side or the other. I don't see this being a sweep. I don't see it being an easy game. Nebraska's got the late game on Thursday as well, and you kind of saw how they struggled with that late game against Dayton in the Sweet 16. So my expectation is another grinder, as you described it. Hopefully Nebraska can get it done. Look, I think if you can get 10 kills from Merritt Beeson in that game, you're feeling pretty good because you haven't had that in the past, and you've gotten it from Andy Jackson, Harper Murray, Taylor Landfair. Bergen Riley's done an awesome job setting, and she's gotten a couple kills and blocks as well. If you can get Merritt Beeson from anywhere to 8 to 10 kills, I think Nebraska's set.
Well, and what separates Merritt is she's so good from the back row, so you never want to lose sight of that. Just so many scoring options to go terminal for the Huskers. And if there's ever a stage it's now for these seniors, right? They mentioned it last year, losing in the Final Four, how they're motivated, and it kind of felt that way, like you said, a team of destiny. Let's flip it to the other side. You got a very talented Pitt team squaring off with the host, right, Louisville, and head coach Danny Busboom Kelly. Good to see some Huskers on the other side of the bracket there. Everything I'm hearing, everything I'm reading is it's got to be Pittsburgh. This is their year. But the curveball is it's a host team. Louisville's at home.
Yeah. I still think Pittsburgh's the team to beat. You know, they are big, strong, and super athletic. I mean, they're tall on that front row. They get block after block after block. So if they face off with Nebraska, watch the defense in that game, because I got a feeling the hitting percentages will be pretty low aside. You're right, though. I mean, Louisville's at home. It was a hostile environment against Stanford in the Elite Eight. It's not going to be easy for Pitt. There's a possibility where I could see both of these matches going 5 sets.
Sure.
I'm not saying that's going to happen, but you've got a team like Pitt going up against Louisville, who's also very talented, an awesome year, at home.
Right.
You know, at home. And you've got Nebraska and Penn State. Penn State, one of just 2 teams and the only Big Ten team to beat Nebraska this season. These are going to be 2 must-watch games, and so will the national final.
Well, let's give everybody one thing to look out for, that opening round match of the Final Four, Nebraska, Penn State. We've seen this before. Both teams know each other tremendously well. Split during the season. Nebraska got them at home. Penn State got Nebraska out at Happy Valley. What do the Huskers need to do to pull this off and get to the national championship?
Serve and pass. It's what John Cook says. It's the basic things. Limit the service errors. Try to find your way to get a couple service aces and clean passes. It's going to be tough because Penn State has got some real strong hitters on the other side.
Yes, they do.
Digging is going to be important. Passing is what's going to get the ball to Bergen Riley to set up some of those big swings. I think it's serve and pass.
I think you're exactly right. Serve, receive, get that pass up to Bergen Riley, let her do her thing, feed the bigs, feed the pin, back row attack. We got to have it, right?
Absolutely.
Jake, thanks for swinging by and sharing all that wonderful information with us. For NCN Sports Now, I'm Andy Klassen.